That video is an accurate representation of me on Twitter. Or how I feel on Twitter lately. How you guys doing? How's my audio, by the way? I always have to check because I keep switching, my hardware. And, just for the sake of it, because I haven't been wanting to fuck with my, what the fuck is it called again? I was about to call it Blue Ball. Yes, the Blue Ball, like, the snowball. I have the index on me again. I don't know. I was like, it still sounds good. The Blue Ball mic. Let me check. I want to check something real quick, though. Because I have it piped through RTX, and, it doesn't really need to be, because I've streamed when it's not on RTX, so if you guys want to help me sound check real quick before I do more Sok-worlds, I actually have XSplit piped through RTX. That might not be a good idea. Fuck it. I'll check it later. My only thing is, like, the index has really good, noise filtering on its own, because of the way it's built. So I probably don't really need to use RTX with it. And, because RTX is, even if I'm using the index, RTX is still gonna, filter out the loud noises. Who the fuck are these monkeys that change the Twitch sorting setting? What? What's the sorting setting? Is that like on channels? Why is it no longer based on viewers? Oh, you mean like the channels that show up on the side? Or something? I don't know. Most of the streamers that I have, if it's the people you follow, most of the people that I follow are like on at like, I don't know, really weird hours. So I don't have enough streamers that are on at the same time to really like notice a difference. Gears on top of the list. So like, what are they basing it off of now? I wonder. Actually, no. I think you can go in your settings and change that though. Because I did that not too long ago, because, I forgot that you can actually, like, technically kind of host people. It'll show, like, suggested channels, and instead of auto host, like, you can have it show, suggested channels, so you could change the order of that. So with me, it's based on, instead of personalized, yeah, it might be, you might want to check your settings, because with me, what I went through the, so it has like a personalized setting, like it's based on like, per whoever checks the channel. And then, there's one that's more manual where it's just by order, like whoever happens to be on first, in that list. So check that, by the way, that might be good. If you're someone who streams too, and you want kind of like, the reason I was reminded of it, because, like, Vince's channel will have, like, a streamer, and I was like, wait a minute, they got rid of auto host, so why is there someone being kind of, like, technically hosted? It's actually showing suggested channels, so if you're a streamer and you still want to kind of help people, be suggested to, anyone who checks out your channel, go through your suggested list. It's something like that. Go through your suggested list or something like that. I know this is different from follows, but maybe it follows the same principle. I don't know. I don't even know. Dude, Twitch is hard to understand sometimes. Anyways. Okay, we're gonna do our Sok-worlds, which is something I did, what was it, last Saturday? I think it was either last Friday or Saturday. I don't know. I forgot. And so I went through a bunch of worlds by one particular creator called Sad Tire Clown, and they're very like surreal, super detailed worlds. And if you never watched Sok-worlds before, it's essentially kind of like, oh, I just noticed the jackals flying everywhere. That happens when things are attached to the right bones. Oh well. It's like, in a way, it's kind of like you can make your own egg-like. And, but on like a more simple level, you use images that are hosted on like, was it Picardo or something? I forgot the site. Not Picardo. I forgot the image host site, but there's a bunch of images on a host site. Oh, Pixabay. Okay. And, you basically build worlds by searching, it has its own internal thing that you search. But you build worlds by searching those images, and you can like cut them out and position them. I think you can choose whether they have colliders or not. And so people can actually build like a whole house out of 2D images. And I've shown in like at least with like now a lot of people on here will make kind of more basic stuff, like for example what you're seeing on the preview there, where it's like just, you know, one image here, like a little like ground and like, you know, flat sides positioned to make like a house or something, really simple stuff. But when I went through the Satire Clown maps, they were on a whole nother level. That's someone who has like it seemed like someone like that seemed like they're well educated on like how layering works with art, and so they were able to layer so much stuff together to create like really cool stuff. And they could even layer like transparent images that had like sort of a tone to them, so that you could create like an optical illusion by just 2D images alone. So like those maps, you'd have to check whenever I get the VOD up. I'm so behind on my VODs. I think it's still on the channel, but if you check the VOD for the previous Sok-worlds, you'll see like some of the phenomenal stuff that they made. Let me see if I can fix, I don't know if I can let me fix that real quick, because otherwise that little guy's gonna be flying around here. Let me see if I can fix his little... Sometimes that happens. It does weird when I combine this with the decrease size with the actual hand tracking. Sometimes I can't quite tell if the hand tracking is going to cause anything on my shoulders. It's not clear where the bones are. If you ever use something like this yourself, let me like lean over and put the jackal there. Maybe it'll stay. Okay, good. There's so many tools for VTuber stuff nowadays, even the 3D. Like, I mostly use, like, 3D VTuber stuff. There's, like, there's just a crazy amount of stuff. And recently, I thought I'd mention it because I need to take time to actually look through it because it's really involved. But SUMMY, who is a well-known VTuber who is known for making really interesting tools for 3D VTubers, and especially people who use VC-Face, and especially making stuff that's friendly for people who use Android as well. Hi Hexen, how you doing? SUMMY created this VTuber software that utilizes you can do Twitch chat interaction with, and it's kind of like, you know how I did the VTube Studio and the other software where you can use rewards to have the chat like interact with the VTuber and throw stuff at me and whatever else and like liquids. Well, SUMMY built like this very like advanced. I'm pretty sure SUMMY built it. Otherwise they collab with someone to do it. But I'm pretty sure SUMMY was the one that made it. But it's this elaborate, like, system where it uses nodes to create, where you can customize interactions based on rewards. So you could create, like, custom, I don't know, liquid pouring on a VTuber, and, like, you could specify the velocity and how long it takes for them, like, how many sprays for it to take to, like, you know, yeet them. You could change the physics. You can do like 3D backgrounds in it. You can actually and the color, you mean oh yeah it's totally, it's 100% customizable. It is yes, so yeah, you could do the white liquid, huh? It is extremely customizable. You could put your, I think there's a way to put like a VTuber even in a 3D environment in it and like have custom effects like dropped on them or happen. It's like just very, very customizable. Like you can just set nodes and timers and colors and all that. It's very elaborate, and it's so much that way. Basically, if it is free. But basically, it is a tool for people to create these node systems, and you can export them and sell them. They're going to allow people to sell those node systems for VTubers. And also, if you create custom, like, it allow you to use 3D objects also. You know how I have these props here? Like the 2D props where they're like on my shoulders, or I can attach them to my hand. In VC Face, I don't know if they updated it, but the most I can put in here are like 2D and GIFs and stuff. Well, in that app, you can actually use 3D objects, and probably ones that have more features to them, as if you're like using shit in VR chat, right? They're also going to allow you to make custom objects for, like 3D stuff for VTubers to use, and you can also sell those. If there's something that's used, that could be useful through those node systems as well. So that's like a really cool thing. Like, I'm always interested in the tech. It's just so awesome what they create for, VTubers to use. Just all the layers that you can add to, streaming as a VTuber, and interacting with your chat too. It's very cool stuff. All right, let's get started with this. Sok-worlds. So, I have a bunch of stuff on Kite Line's list to actually go through and finish up, but first I'm going to check out NeoSkunk's world. Let me see. I gotta remember how to use this again. NeoSkunk created a world called Stranded. Okay. And we'll check that out. I may have to get music in the background for some of these, because some of the worlds tend to be quiet. And you'll have to, like, bear with me, because they, depending on the worlds, now, they're probably not going to be, I know Satire Clown's worlds were extremely elaborate and had, like, a lot of objects in them. You don't have music? Okay. What would be, for something like that's kind of egg-like, what would be a good playlist, do you think? I'm kind of feeling like N64 music. So we'll wait for those to load. Let me tab out here. Maybe like a playlist. Let me see. Something like DOS music maybe, or N64. Let's do N64. Chill. Playlist. Relaxing video game music in a cozy room. Okay, how long is this? Like 2 hours? I think this will work. If I can get it to run. 1 second here. Okay, yeah, of course they're gonna start with that one. That's always gonna be like the first one in a playlist, isn't it? There we go. Gotta have that, what the fuck is it? Something Doc? The Bing Bing Wahoo? Yeah. I always forget the name of that level in Mario 64. Dire Docs. Ooh, look at this. You actually created like a hangout room. This actually looks like somewhere I'd actually be in too. Someone's like basement hangout area. Oh, I like how you use the, I like how you layered that to kind of make it look like it's another part of the room when it's actually flat. So from far away, it looks like there's another section there. Of course, gotta have the vinyl player. I have mine sitting around, but I had to, I packed up a lot of that stuff because, like, no one in this house appreciates mine. So I don't really play my record player anymore. It's not because they would dislike it, it's just like, that's something that's like, I would prefer to play loud. And like, I used to have it like downstairs, but now they have extra people in the house for the time being. I just don't go down there to play it. Because it's something that you're not gonna put your headphones in to listen to. I know you can, but it'd be kind of weird to like, put headphones in a record player, you know? That's something you like have playing out loud. This is cool, by the way. Create tunnels? Huh, that's interesting how you did that. With like debris, you like layered it? You use the like 2D images to, like the ones in the back. That's pretty awesome. Just noticed the Bussy Busters tag. When is the next Bussy Busting stream? Maybe VR chat. It's because of the Nahobino shit. I don't know if you're familiar with, like, SMT5, but, on this stream here, there's a lot of love for the Nahobino fanboy from SMT5, at least with me. So I meme about him a lot, and, that's why I have the tag there. It's because of him, and I like fanboys, so. But yeah, if any bussy busting is gonna go on, that's definitely gonna be VR chat. If I, whenever I get back to that. I like this little, like, outdoor area you have here. Yeah, look at that. It's funny, I mean, that's the thing. It's funny how, you can accomplish a lot in 3D with just 2D images. Like, that's what they did with a lot of older games, too. Who's out here busting some bussy right now? Who knows? Oh, so it just like kind of goes out to space with a black hole. Actually, that's not a black hole. Is that a white hole? I don't know if I've seen like a white hole before. That's like a thing that exists, but I like the underground kind of urban vibe that this has. You know, kind of like a subway or yeah, like a tunnel or something in a city. Like these show with the graffiti. Where people would like, I know Vinny played a game too where like there's a party or something in a tunnel. Out in the city. It kind of gives me that vibe. It's gonna say this has a bit of Half-Life 1 vibes. Oh yeah, it does. I love stuff like that though. Like I really get into, I'm a big fan of like, urban exploration type stuff and people who just like find stuff like this or abandoned buildings or like tunnels and stuff and just like I know people who would like, you know, hang out in those areas and groups and stuff. I don't know if they would allow you to have like parties in them. I know some places do, like, you know. There are Easter eggs in here? Okay. Let me make sure I don't... If I miss anything, let me know. Because I get easily distracted. This looks like a train station. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's kind of like an abandoned train station. Ooh, I like the use of the tunnels, though, to kind of connect this area together. And make it appear longer than it actually is. Just kind of look up here, though. Rest area. What happened here? Why is there black goop there? Who is resting there? We got eldritch creatures hiding away in there. I like how you have a random monster machine over here. Be sure to look up at the cafe. Okay. Is that in the tunnel, or is that... Did I pass that already? What's Sok-worlds? It's basically what you're looking at. I explained earlier. But basically it's kind of like a... The only way I could explain it is like making egg-like worlds, but with 2D images. So all this stuff here was created with 2D. Calfway is in the subway? Okay. Am I in the subway? Oh, is it here? Actually, it'd probably be back down. Because this is the tunnel, so I probably need to go... So yeah, all these things here, while it looks 3D, it's actually made out of 2D images. By the vines? Okay. Was it the blue vines here? This stuff here? Oh. Actually, this little thing. They're actually something, huh? The little mushrooms. I would probably go to a cafe that's in a subway. Okay, no worries, Neo. Let's go up here. Oh, you got a like little forest area up here. One way. Can I like jump off here? I probably don't want to do that yet. Oh, you got a random Anubis here. I appreciate the Anubis. Baked beans. I saw the Anubis you threw in there. Right by the chest. Nacho beans. Oh, is that what that was? Nacho bean. Oh, God, I didn't get that before. Wow. Amazing. Let me jump. Can I actually jump down here? I wasn't sure. Okay. Oh, okay. I was meant to actually do that. Very cool. I like how you have a bunch of sexy demons down here. Oh, that's good. I love it. Okay, so that was stranded by NeoSkunk. Very cool. Okay, so... Oh, arrow on the left. Yeah, I was looking at that. But I was running into like a collider. Do I need to go around, maybe? Oh, you gotta jump? Okay. Okay. Let me go back. Oh, I see. Kind of showed you how stuff was put together. If you were looking at it from the back. There's like a little... Is there a little repair? Oh, did you hide a thing in here? Oh, no. Oh my god. Well, I applaud you for your ability to be creative with the images you were given. So good job. Amazing. I love it. Yes, bananas. Banana creams. I would probably... I don't know coconut banana cream. I don't know why, but I was thinking of smoothies. I would eat a banana coconut smoothie. Alright, let me pull up Kite Line's list now. Thank you so much for that, Neo. Found the thumbnail. Yeah, let me just, I'll just, here. While I look at Kite Line's list, let me just leave it there so that we can have a nice little thumbnail for the stream. Good. Oh, this is from, Majora's Mask. Coconut banana cream pie. That sounds really good. Yeah, that sounds fucking good. How's the audio, by the way? It sounds like it's still loud. Turn this down a little bit. Some of the songs in here are a tad loud, and I don't want them to be, like, overwhelming. Okay. So I'm gonna go through Kite Line's list, like the rest of it. And I know some of the worlds in here were actually made by... Well, at least one or two of them are made by Fever Dream Johnny, which is one of the... You might know him for, like, Peeb? The little boner guy, and, Nowhere... Was it Nowhere, Mississippi? There's, like, a bunch of other games he's made that are really awesome. They're weird, have some horror elements, have that like old school like N64 vibe to them, which is appropriate since I'm playing N64 music. Okay, so we're gonna do, let me go search to menu. Let's see, flowers. By the way, speaking of cream, when I was like searching for lists the last time, I was like, when I was testing Sok-worlds, there was something that went by the something that was named cum. I'm gonna actually search for it when I'm done with this just to see. I don't know if I play it, but I might take like a peek at it to see what the fuck was going on. Like, what the fuck it is. Okay. Let me see. Let me get my stuff up here. Okay. Let me see. You used to have some at your dining hall in college. Food was mostly trash, but those were not. Huh. Boner. Yep. I like the peep thing. I don't know if I ever played the full version of it. I think I played the demo. And I don't think I got a chance to play the full game if he finished it. So this is called flowers. What are these things? Yeah, I enjoyed playing it. It's pretty challenging too. Yeah. They're like part of it, you know, it's that thing where I know that there's like statuesque in a way, but they're kind of like, it's almost like, it's like you look at like an inanimate thing and it kind of has like a presence though. There's a bunch of these things. It's kind of ominous in a way. Oh, they actually did layering here. You know what'd be kind of cool is if they added, and they probably won't because like this game has been out for a while, but if there's a way to like interact stuff where someone layered something under a bunch of images and then you pulled them off and you can actually find like secrets of them. There's a mouth. What's going on with this image, by the way? See that mouth there? Almost feels like somebody's tomb, but except it's made out of like plants and vegetation. I don't know what's going on there. Next one is Kermit with egg. That sounds very pleasant. So I'm gonna go search for that one. Kermit by Joshy. Joshy. Oh boy. Turn around you and look up. This feels like, okay, these feel like stuff that I've actually seen in VR chat. Like, I know if you guys have explored VR chat enough, you know that there's some shitpost Kermit worlds with some very cursed avatars, and this just feels exactly like those. I really, honestly, I haven't done enough shitpost world exploring in a while because I always go to like the really, I like doing the aesthetic worlds. But, you know, sometimes, I guess the thing with the shitpost worlds is you gotta be careful with the music and what may end up in there. I mean, if they're like, if they exist and they've been approved, then it would be safe for like stream and stuff, but even still. Oh, look at all these. I'm actually afraid to turn around though. What did they put like behind here? Oh, Kermit is suffering. These are all images of like the same Kermit puppet. Did they make these? Or no, they would have had to search for them, but it's almost like the same puppet. Oh no, wait, okay. I thought that was fire for a minute. I was like, okay, we went from drunk Kermit to to Kermit in Hellfire, but that's the leaves. Pixabay. I like how there's a Kermit holding the image host of this game. So many Kermits. Oh, is it what is up there? Oh, now we have eggs. I'm too lazy to cut the backgrounds of the images. I guess this makes it officially an egg-like when you actually put eggs in. Oh, it's my favorite Ocarina of Time area theme. Zora's Domain. Kermit and then just egg. I don't know why. Just egg. Is there anything behind here? This thing is too detailed and it frightens me. Fucking hate it. I think it's the wrinkles on it. That's a good Photoshop though that somebody did. That's either a Photoshop or like a model. Pretty sure it's like a Photoshop though. 100% sure that's an AI egg. Actually, speaking of AI, it would be kind of cool to make well, no, they probably wouldn't have images in Pixabay. But you could probably do it in another creation software. And make like a world purely with AI images. And someone kind of did that VR chat where they had a AI Simpsons museum and it was very unsettling. Like, you know what? I haven't explored to see if there are any more worlds like that in VR chat where it's kind of like where there are AI images, like where it's an AI image museum. So I should look that up. Ha, Twitter. Is that the newest one? I gotta wonder what that is. I'll have to like eyeball that after, if I have enough time. Let's see, Dinner by Chember. Acronite. Speaking of AI eggs, what about AI eggs? Dinner is ready. Ooh. Oh, okay. Oh god, you know what this is giving me vibes of? What the fuck is that? You know that game with the squirrel? Oh, Squirrel Stapler. That's what it was. I think it's like the wood cabin. Wait a moment. I've just realized. I live alone. Knock, knock. Oh. What if we're dinner? It's also said, oh wait, is there another, no. Okay. Thought there might have been another area to go to here. It could be, I guess the thing is with this, you could either interpret it as kind of like a sad thing, but there's blood. So I'm guessing that maybe you are the dinner. So yeah. Interesting. Big World 98. Okay. Is the next one. Let's see. I gotta figure out which one. By Eigil? Eigil? Oh, this has a lot of images. Wait, that's... I was about to say, wait, why is Resident Evil music playing? But that was appropriate for the map I was just in. Ooh. But I realized, actually the first version of Resident Evil 2 that I played was only N64, so it makes sense to be in a N64 playlist. It doesn't really fit the vibe of the, what do you call them? The sound font that a lot of N64 games, especially ones made by Nintendo, And that was my intention for having that playlist, but this is fine. Got a whole desert here. They even built, like, look at this bridge that they built. I don't know why I'm so fascinated by the bridges in this game, like when people make them, but it's because I wish, like, I did try to make a world in this game, but I think the itch.io version, so I had to, like, I was trying to make, like, structures like this, but for an Egyptian environment, and unfortunately, I don't know where that is, so, and it was for a different version of this game, so I probably couldn't pull it up again, but, with stuff like this, it takes a lot of time, and I could tell, let's see, you can actually tell these are like individual pieces, not like really big images, so it would have taken time to place everything together and position it to make a decent looking bridge. I like how they did the water too. If you look really closely at it, you can kind of tell where the images were positioned. Did they create... No, I was about to say that they create shadowing, but I forget this game has its own shadowing, so. And then a pizza. Oh, look at this hipster. It's more of a 90s hipster. Like, if someone was a hipster, in like the, I don't know, if you watch like cartoons and stuff and someone was supposed to be like a really artsy person, they would kind of have this look. In like shows, movies, or cartoons in the 90s. Yeah! Nice pizza. Let's see if I missed anything else. Can I like jump up here? That's pretty cool. I like the little compact worlds that are in this game that people make. Okay, next one is Not Safe Here by SUMMY. Oh, this actually has music. Okay, so let me mute the playlist. So we can actually hear the music in this world. I mean, there's only like very few tracks, but if it's got music, I might as well play it. Oh, look at the layering that they did here. Wow. It's nice too, because like, as advanced as like, visuals that come when it comes to making like 3D worlds and stuff. This is, you could still get away with using flat vegetation because it's so new. It's a thing that's like really numerous in the game. There's no need for it to be thick unless you're making like a big tree or something. If it's just grass or leaves or anything like that, keep it flat because especially if you're gonna have a lot of it, there's no point to add extra polys to that stuff. This is interesting. It's got a little bit of snow in there, the white. Get a little deer here, or fawn. Kind of ominous with like the hands though. And if you back away from it, because of the way the trees are bent in that image, it almost looks like a humanoid shape from back here. Like you see the head, and then the shoulders, and then you have the hands. It's pretty cool. Let's see, let me get the list back up here again. Next one is Point of View, Join a Cult by MAtheus? Point of View. Let me just put in POV and see if they'll Okay, yeah, let me see what this is. Oh, let me get my... Well, I'll see if it has music first, and then I'll turn the playlist back on. Oh, yeah. It's got music. Oh, wow. Huh. Rules. 1. Adore the Lord. 2. Force new people to join the cult. 3. Sacrifice yourself on the 10th day after joining the cult. 4. Bring virgins. But if you sacrifice yourself... Well, do you bring the virgins after the 10th day, or do you bring the virgins before the 10th day? Because if you sacrifice yourself, you can't bring the virgins. Why? This rule should be above that. Sacrifice virgins, then sacrifice yourself. Amazing. I actually found, speaking of sacrificing virgins, I love horror maps in VR chat, because this is like, I know I keep bringing up VR chat, but this is gonna remind me of it. Because there's a lot of like wonderful surreal worlds in VR chat as well that have this kind of vibe. But I did find a satanic church that has like a main hall, and it has like a summoning circle with candles on the floor, and then like a staff to like just do whatever with. But then like there's a secret room on the side and a really long ass hallway that's dark. And then you get to the end of it and it's just like a concrete room with a chair in it, and it's just really kind of like fucked up. Also, there's shadow people running around. Yeah, I love that stuff in VR chat though. Nice boner. Is he ready to make the soup, the ritualistic soup? Oh, you know what? I saw this and I kind of got vibes of Mickey Mouse. There's that one, it's a really old map in VR chat, and I'm sure most people have been to it, but there's that like weird, fucked up like Mickey Mouse cult map that's got weird images under it. And you can get lost in it. Also, there are cults in VR chat. Like, that's a thing that I think has been covered. I don't know if there are actually, like, serious cults in VR chat. It would not surprise me, though. Some of them are probably, like, RP cults, but... Why is there a random marijuana here? Before you sacrifice the virgins, make sure you get well and zonked first. Before you burn the bodies. Gotta open the brain cells to Satan first. Good map. It's shitposty, I like it. Let's see, is there anything in here that I missed? Oh, there's, okay. All right, next one is the End of Eva. Oh yeah, this will be familiar to you. You guys who have seen, I think I've seen the thumbnail of this, but let me, even by the name alone. The End of Eva. Oh yeah, it's by Marselo? If you've seen the End of Evangelion, this will be really familiar. Although it's something, even if you haven't seen it, it's been memed so much that you know, it's likely that you've picked it up by osmosis on the internet, so. I actually even did my own one. Oh god. Amazing. die. Oh, it's oh god. Oh, they actually found a figure of her. God. Oh, Asuka, yeah. Let's get in his point of view. And actually the fact that this is making me jump up repeatedly increases the immersion. Here, I'll just stand here for a minute. That's good. Let's look deep into her. Uh-oh. Did I get stuck? Yeah, that's totally Shinji. I love the blood ocean that they made. You know, though, I'm pretty sure Evangelion, the end of Evangelion came out way after the Berserk, and I can't help but feel like they had, like, I don't want to say like it took directly from it, but I can't help but feel like it may have took some influence from the Eclipse. From Evangelion, not Evangelion, from Berserk. Because Berserk existed like way before Evangelion, so... Can I go in the water? Blood water, it's flat. Berserk influenced everything, yes. Berserk even influenced Cloud and big swords. Yeah, I guess it kind of did though, because it came out before a lot of stuff. You're Now Jesus. Yeah, the guts and the stereotype of the lone swordsman with the huge sword like influenced a lot of video games, like a lot of protagonists in like JRPGs and stuff. Okay, next one is Be Their Guest by rUSINALAPSI. rUSINALAPSI. So you guys should watch it. Watch Berserk if you haven't, or read the manga. Actually, speaking of Berserk, Souls is especially influenced, but that's because Miyazaki is a Berserk fan, so there are direct references to stuff in Berserk in his games, because he's a big fan of Berserk. Dragon's Dogma as well, if you play that, the first one. It has a lot of influence from Berserk, and you can even get the Hawk armor, and you can even get the stuff that Guts wears too for armor pieces in that game. Oh yeah, let me get back to the playlist here. I got distracted. Be Their Guest. Okay. Is there a Moonlight Greatsword in Berserk, or is that just a FromSoft meme? Thing is like, the Greatsword itself is the Moonlight Greatsword would be based off of the Greatsword itself? I can't remember. I mean, because there's a lot of fairy bullshit that happens in the later parts of Berserk, so I don't know if, like, there's an imbued Greatsword or anything like that. I can't quite remember. But the Greatsword itself is just a thing that might have influenced. Sword of Moonlight's from First Kingfield. Yeah, it's actually in the, that has existed since the PS1, since Kingsfield on PS1. Loading failed. Uh-oh. That didn't get removed, did it? Let me try that again. There's two. Let me see if this one. But I would say the whole concept of a big sword like that, I would think that it still got influenced. It still could be considered a Berserk influence, but I mean, so I guess you could say like every big greatsword in a Japanese game could have been influenced by Berserk. Dark Knight Job and Final Fantasy XIV is directly inspired by Berserk as well. Yeah, I've actually heard of that. I love Guts a lot like that. Just the kind of like archetype that he represents, or just the kind of thing that he started. So if I were to pick a class, if it was available to me, if I were to associate myself or pick a class in the game, and there was a Dark Knight class, I probably would pick that. Not to be like an edgelord or anything. Not because I like being an edgelord, but yeah, I would pick a Dark Knight. Be polite, don't wake them up. Also, there is music. Here, let me, there we go. Let me do that real quick. Their house, welcome. So who are we not waking up? Are there like demons in here? Oh, well there's little friends in here. Oh, they create a nice little like view from here. I thought it was gonna be something like spoopy, but it's actually more like a tranquil. Oh yeah, see, there's like little animals in here. This is cute. Oh, what the fuck are those? Those don't look cute. Well, oh, I mean, they do to me, but they don't look quite as friendly as the other stuff in the room. Are there any other spoopy friends in the... Just watching. Okay, let me get the next one up here. Next one is Midnight Paris. Oh, so this is made by Fever Dream Johnny. Okay, I'm actually interested if you're familiar with his work. I wonder, when did he make this? Because this came out, JonothanBald. This came out, I feel like it came out first 3 years ago. Like the earliest version of this. Uh-oh. Of course, it's probably horror. What was this called? Midnight Paris? Okay, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see if it loads here. I'm not sure why this is completely black. Yeah, Fever Dream Johnny. I'm not sure how much is in the list here. Oh god, that scared me. I was like, why can't I see anything? And then I turned really quickly and saw this little friend here. Look at this little goblin man. Made by Fever Dream Johnny. There, yeah, see? He only made 2? Okay. Oh my god, what? What's going on here? I'm sure to someone this is an accurate representation of what Paris is actually like compared to your romanticized versions of it. The Eiffel Tower is burning. Are these piss jars? Why are they multiple colored? We got potats and a guitar. Well, the devil, that looks like a devil up there. Well, the devil is burning the Eiffel Tower. An artistic rendition of Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. Actually, yeah. Very good. Very good. Okay, next one is Haunted House by Josh B23. So this is more of a spooky one, but it's okay to still do spooky stuff on this stream after Halloween, because I play horror shit anyways, it doesn't matter. I'm all about the horror. Menu. Let's see. Oh, we got the SUMMY music here. Wow, look at these detailed boxes. Now you have to remember... Oh, where'd they go? I should have to look at that. Oh, this reminds me of the satanic church I went in. Where I sacrificed Rise. No, actually, someone else, a succubus sacrificed Rise in the satanic church. When I was in there. It's a flat image. Well, it's 3D for a bit. I thought the person had like placed images to make the boxes. Run, you could still escape. Is this where they liquefy the bodies? Don't ask why I know that. Halloween is appropriate to celebrate at all times of year. I agree. Got demons enjoying themselves. Shadow people. Got all sorts of fun, spoopy stuff in here. It's what they used to make human soda. What does that remind me of? You guys, like, remember Soylent Green, right? Hey, you gotta reuse the part. You gotta reuse the meat somehow, right? Can't let it go to waste. Got little aliens. Oh, nice. Little alien room here. I like when worlds that explore in this game make use of the silhouettes. When I did Satire Clowns Worlds, there was a heavy use of that. But the environments themselves would be like really light colored, so the silhouettes are kind of like a nice contrast. You escaped the haunted house. Let's drive home. I've seen this fucking dog before. Good map. That dog is very recognizable. Actually, no, it's probably because they used that dog in one of their preview images for Sok-worlds. Like if you look up Sok-worlds, I think that dog comes up for like one of the things that they use for their game. Okay, so next one is Welcome Home by Mutantratz. This, oh god, we got a rat map here. Anyone like rats? Is anyone watch Jerma? A fan of rats? This might be the map for you. Uh-oh. That's Sok-world. Okay. I was worried because Sok-worlds stopped, like, loading for a second. The way this is designed reminds me of a coffin. Well, actually, no, this is like, this would be a rat hole. Now I get it. That's why it's so, like, kind of closed-in feeling. Oh, there's a cat. The cat's spying on us. I see you. Hello, nice day today, huh? I made you itch. Oh god, fleas. Hello, fellow rat. Oh, there's actually a whole thing. Oh, look at that. I'm gonna explore this first before I go in there. Bunch of random stuff that they stowed away in here. Is this cute? Okay, so there's actually quite a bit to this. Let me go back to the other area. Let's see, what is this area here? VHSs. Whoa, look at all this old stuff I found. Who knows how long it's all been here? Oh, is this like somebody's like basement or something? Oh, or under somebody's house maybe. Because sometimes stuff ends up under people's houses or in their basement. You know, it's something I've probably asked before, but considering how like CRT TVs have been grabbed up, has like anything with like VCRs or VHSs gone up at all, or are people not really touching those? Because I know people who are into like retro aesthetic and creating like visual effects are into like things like VCRs. VCRs are even hard to get than CRTs. Really? I have a bunch of VCRs. Should I look into giving them away? Because I find it kind of weird because, and maybe it's because I haven't explored Goodwill in a while. Really? That's fucking weird to me, because I remember when that shit was like by the bounty, like very bountiful when you went to like Goodwill or thrift stores, and I bet prime time to become a VCR repairman. Thing is like the VCRs that I have, like I have a bunch around because like my dad would hoard stuff since like the 80s. Like he would hold on to like tech, anything. Like I even have this like weird like miniature TV thing that you hook like a camera into. I have a lot of like weird stuff like that sitting around. And he's got a bunch of VCRs too, and some of them are like really old and they're very like for specific things. So, you know, I gotta look into that. And that's, I mean, it's something I'll have to do soon. Because, you know, I'm trying to prep to like sell the house and move. Like that's just something I have to do. A part of this process that I'm going through. And there's like a lot of old like GPUs and like cameras and VCRs and stuff. And I know Lugnutto was gonna help me identify those, and it would be good to see their values. Uh-oh, I went backwards. That's what happens when I talk too much and not pay attention. Imagining tapes will be priced for over $500 in the future. Yeah, I've actually got a lot of VHSs. I'm just gonna hold on to them. There's stuff that I picked up even... It'd be freaking surreal to me if that happens, though. It's just weird. I also have a fuck ton of vinyls. Do you think vinyls are gonna go up for a crazy price? Because, I inherited, like... and this is, like, before, my dad passed, but, like, we got a bunch of vinyls from my grandpa because my grandpa used to do, fill jukeboxes back in the 60s, 50s and 60s. So, like, he had boxes of, like, the smaller vinyls. Started to come back, but only for niche people. But yeah, so I got a bunch of vinyls and stuff that I bought myself, like, you know, more recent vinyl records. Welcome home. So we got a little, like, rat den here. This is cute. But yeah, I have a bunch of that stuff, so they're already expensive, like $30 a vinyl or something like that. I know they can go for, actually some of them go for like $40 or $50. Yeah, I got a bunch of that stuff around, and I'm gonna have to like, I did do a catalog and like there was a lot, oh, they got a little bedroom in here. In the boxes of vinyls, a lot of them were missing their slips, so it made me sad because it's part of the history too. Like them having their slips, like if they're from like even from the 50s, like them maintaining like the old slips that they have, especially ones like that had art on them or prints or anything. It's a shame like they don't have those on there. Get a little bed here. Actually, I like the way they made this bed. But so I had to like custom make like slips out of like fucking printer paper shit. It's actually better to use, I think the older slips are closer to like thick tissue paper. Not tissue, no, it's actually kind of like, it's like really thin like paper, for the vinyls. Oh, they got like a fucking bath in here. Look at that. Like the tiling too. Oh, I was like kind of hoping it was like there was no collider there so you could just sink in. But yeah, this is cute. I like it a lot. They got like a fancy little house here for the rats. But yeah, I have a lot of old tech and physical media that's left around, and more than likely, because I'm kind of like the only one that's staying like amongst the people in this house that's actually interested in that stuff, more likely I'm gonna be the person who has to deal with it. I have to deal with it. Let's see, Blue by SUMMY is the next one. So what I was thinking, what could be fun, and if you guys are interested in it, because I did this, well, I kind of streamed on Discord a little bit way back when I was testing a bunch of old tapes that had like stuff from the 80s on them. The tapes were kind of like, some of them had shit recorded over shit over, or it was like over recorded, so there was a lot of distortion. But I kind of streamed something like that on Discord. But I was thinking for everything else, like when I have to go through old tech, and maybe I could see if Lugdana wants to tune in to maybe help me identify shit. But I was thinking I could do a stream of it. Do like Meat Space stream too. If I feel comfortable for it. This is cute. It's a cool horse that they kind of put together. But yeah, just going through like old GPUs and seeing like identifying them and stuff could be interesting. You know how I did my eBay streams like really like way back? There's a random robot booba lady here. Oh, two. Oh, there's more? The robot booba is aplenty. But yeah, how I did my eBay streams where I looked at games and saw how much they were going for that I had in my physical collection. That could be something fun to do for the old like tech stuff that I have around. I can't imagine a lot of people would be interested in it, but if you are, then that might be something I do in the near future. Whom's might that be? That almost looks like a Dragon Ball character, Dragon Ball Z character from back there. Is this like... Huh. Nice to meet you. I'm Loritz. However you feel, I feel that too. Huh. This looks like icons on a desktop. It looks like my desktop that I had never organized. I just have a million fucking things saved on it. Which would trigger some people with like virtual OCD, I think. Because I'm really, I mean, I'm not like the worst, but I can get pretty lazy with it. So yeah, that was a cute map. Next one is Rain House by Othernaut. Was just about to say the same. Let's see, Rain House. I have to put exactly. There's a Rainbow Road map? Really? I don't know, I feel like I went. Did I go to that one? Sounds familiar. It's starting. Sok-worlds is starting to freeze up. I'll give it a minute. It sometimes does this when there's a lot of. Okay, there we go. A lot of images used. It's like a little house. Someone's bedroom. Wow, what the fuck is this thing? Sort of eldritch thing. I don't know why, but this is giving me, and I'm gonna mention VRC again, but the guy who, one of the people who used to make maps for, I think it was Active Worlds, has some maps in VR chat, and there's one that has like a house in it. Like, it's in like a really large, surreal world, and the house is kind of hidden in it. But this house is kind of reminding me of it in a way. And he has this like music stored in it. Take a shot every time Jackal mentions VR chat. I can't help it. I'm a denizen of the VR. It has taken root in my brain. Oh, look at this. This is really fucking cool. They like created a whole environment like in the background for the yard of this place. So what we got back here. The future that was universal to my parents' generation is impossible in my own. And yet, I can't help but feel like I personally failed, but I can dream, I guess. Enjoy the rain. Oh, I should have read it from here. Hi, I began this project with the intention of it being something simple. The feeling of getting up for a glass of water and watching the storm, but it became something different. Oh, watching the storm outside, but it became something different. A eulogy to the home I'll never have. The future I'll never have. You know what I say to that, though? The things change. Madge, you're already drunk. Oh. Thing is, though, is that the ideals of the previous generation don't have to be your own. You know, like how the nuclear family shit, don't take my advice, by the way. This is just my personal opinion, because I know this shit affects, like, our generation specifically, right now. Like, people kind of in my age range and younger. But the whole, like, nuclear family, you need to have a big house and a big yard, and you need to have, like, 1 million children, and, like, you know, be a provider and stuff. I say fuck to that. Fuck that. Live who you want, and, like, don't follow that. That's, like, I don't know. That, it's kind of hard to really maintain that. That is not a lifestyle you want to maintain. That's rough. Like, it's kind of hard to do now. Personally, you don't know anyone under 40 who owns a home? I may potentially, but it's only because of the circumstances that I'm in that I can't, like, you know, do anything about. So you know, I'm kind of, you know, I am lucky, but I'm lucky because of bad circumstances. So, but, it's too, yeah, a lot of people just rent or do like condos and stuff because, and I'll say too, because I'm going to be moving and I have to sell this house, the reason that we're getting rid of this house, this is a family home. I'm sorry to ramble. Let me ramble just for a second because this is an interesting topic and it affects a lot of people right now, especially because of like how COVID changed a lot of things. But for me, I've learned that living, you know, I've lived with like parents and stuff. You know, one of my parents made a lot. That didn't drip down to me, by the way. Just because someone's parent makes a lot does not mean you're gonna inherit. Like, you're not. Doesn't mean that's gonna go to you at all. And I wasn't the kind of person to ask for that kind of stuff. Anyways, I was very independent, and I still am. I'm not the kind of person who asks for money or anything. I never do that. I believe in, you know, kind of doing my own stuff. It's a pride thing. But, that just, you know, it's stress. Having too much, I've learned personally through experience and experience from other people that owning too much might seem good, but it could be very stressful and anxiety inducing and just lead to a lot of complications. So for me personally, when it comes to like, you know, like say having a house or anything like that, I like simple. I have lived, like when I moved out of my parents' place and stuff when I was younger, like I left parents and stuff when I was 18 and all that. And I started working. I lived extremely simple. Like I was a fucking closet rat, basically, and a couch surfer for a while. I learned how to live that way. I learned how to live very simply and to be grateful for, you know, the little things and like what you can manage to get, and you know, just trying to survive. And so when it comes to like, you know, actually if I get a new place, I'm not going for a big place at all. Like, fuck having a big yard, fuck having a fancy house or any of that shit. No way. Most of the stuff that I do is on the internet. Like, I like doing, you know, I like playing games and like, a lot of the projects and stuff that I work in, it's on the computer. A lot of the stuff I do online, and just to kind of simplify things, I would not have a big place. It's too stressful. You learn that, and this isn't everyone. If you can afford it and that's your thing, that's fine. But like, it is so much fucking stress. Even for like, even for my parents, who actually had like the money to afford taking care of a place. Houses are money pits. Like, unless that's a thing, you know, like fixing places up constantly, especially if it's like an old house or whatever. It's constant. Like you're always like waiting. Oh yeah, when's the next thing gonna break? Basically, you know, that's not a bad thing though. Like I think when you get a chance to, if you can afford it and you can own your own place, it could be actually cheaper than renting, because you're putting money towards something you're actually owning versus like renting indefinitely and never owning anything. But that could be hard for a lot of people right now because they can't afford the amount that would be required, the minimum to put on a house. But that could change. Who knows? Anyways, for me though, I want, personally, because I'm a computer goblin, and like I used to like doing gardening stuff, a small teeny itty bitty garden is fine. I'm sure I could manage like something even with barely a yard, but it's just too much stress anymore. I'm getting old and I like doing a lot of stuff online, and so I don't care if I get I want a shitty little place, ugly on the outside, a few rooms that's enough for me to set my stuff in, either a minimal yard or no yard, and I'm good. Like, I don't need a fancy place. I don't care. I want a goblin den, okay? I feel like, I would be happy enough with something like that if I got a place. So I don't need, you know, the big fancy, you know, something for a king kind of stuff. Some people aren't happy. That's the thing though. Some people aren't happy unless they have all this. Like, they base their happiness off of like what the amount of stuff that they own and the space that they have and everything. With me, I'm a fucking rat. If you give me a hole and it's good enough for me, I'll, you know, give me my own hole to rot in. Just my own place to rot in, and that's fine. You might like that for a few years. It's gonna be dependent on the person. I've lived in some pretty, you don't want to rent forever. Yeah, I've rented before. That's the thing too. I already lived the apartment life before, and that's why, if you can manage to, which can be hard for a lot of people, try and get your own place. Because, once that's paid off, it's actually very cheap. it could be very cheap to once you get like mortgage and stuff paid off, it can be very cheap as long as nothing breaks. You know, you keep stuff, you stay on top of your maintenance, and you know, the only thing you really have to worry about is like utilities, your food, and you know, maintenance stuff and property taxes. But other than that, you're not going to be renting indefinitely, so owning stuff can be helpful. Okay, that's enough of that real life rambling. Let's move on. Next thing is Atlantis Work in Process by Fugminster. Let's see, Atlantis. Sorry about the that, I don't know. It's something that comes close to home, especially right now, because that's something I'm gonna have to worry about is getting a new place, within like the next year. So, yeah. Always like backgrounds that we can't access in games like backyards and Last of Us. It's nice to look at. Apartment is not a big thing here, so you're stuck living at parents' house until I get married or have stable enough financial stuff. Yeah, I know that's gonna be different. I feel like the nuclear family thing, I don't know, the way we, at least like, you know, certain stuff has been idealized as, oh, have your own house to yourself and your own family, and like million cars and a big yard. That's a very American thing, because learning about, when you learn about other countries, it's not the same. What we kind of push here, or what we used to push is the ideal for living. A lot of other countries, people actually live with their parents for a very long time, and it's not seen as a bad thing. Sometimes they're even expected to kind of like watch and take care of their parents until maybe they get married or have kids or something like that. And you know, that's not always the ideal situation though, because like having to live with your family, it depends on how tolerable they are. Because not every person's family is tolerable, and it can add to the stress if you had to be stuck living with them. But yeah, the American, I don't want to shit on like American, like the way we do stuff, but it's not like realistic sometimes to maintain certain like ideals about stuff. Like you just can't do things the same way anymore. You have to be realistic. Just kind of like, you know, when it comes to living. I like this little thing, right? It's all, it's aquatic themed. Prefer silence to problems even if your place gets lonely. Could be much worse. Yeah. I'm actually a very quiet person in my own living space, so, and I like things drama-free. I like things drama-free, and quiet unless I'm playing music, so... And I'm not very, I don't want to say I'm like cold when it comes to people who visit, but I am one of those people who don't like surprise guests. I get very anxious. And so like, you know, when it comes to people coming by, I prefer to be given notice or schedule things, like, because I'm a very private person in reality. Like it doesn't matter how I am online. Just, I might seem a certain way online, but in reality, in my own space, I am a little like anxious, like gremlin or something. That's cool. Look at that. It's like a little, like you're looking out to the sea. Probably sometimes to the point where I might seem extremely antisocial. I know that can like sometimes piss my family off. You know what? You know what? It's very much just the introvert thing. It's kind of like we're on a little ship thing in a way. It's like, I've seen a video kind of like making fun of it, of how introverts are, but there's a video that compares introverts to, actually no, there is a video I've seen where a human is depicting cat behavior and how cats behave around strangers, and I almost feel like it's an accurate representation of how introverts can be when people come by. We are cats. We are like cats. I know some cats can be more social than others, but I think like the default cat behavior is very much like how an introvert would be when it comes to like random people. Now, like we might like creep around a corner or something and just kind of like, who is that? Who the fuck is there? And you just kind of like hide back in your hole. Like, oh god. Who is in the house? Who is here? This is really cute, by the way. I like aquatic stuff, so I enjoy. We got the ruins here. I like the aged vibe too. I always love like in games and stuff where there's like, especially if it's based more on like Greek architecture. I enjoy. A lot of Souls games do have like architecture like that. Under construction. Okay, so they haven't completed this, but I enjoy. Quiet sex enjoyer versus loud sex annoyer. I don't know if that would apply to introverts though, because I feel like, not speaking from experience, but, and I know people, there are probably people who live with their families who have to learn how to ninja sex, like with their partner or something, depending on their situation, or if they're alone. But, okay. Let me load the other map. The Urn and I by Gabby2. But I think, like, people who are, introverts, like, you know, there's probably people who are, like, usually quiet, but might be loud during that kind of thing. Or wish they could be, but they're in a situation where they can't. So, okay, let me get this loaded up. Urn and I. What they call that? It's the, you know that saying something in the streets, something in the streets? What would be the saying for introverts? Nerd? What? Introvert in the streets, tiger in the sheets, or some shit like that? I'm not seeing. Maybe I need to put it in exactly. Because sometimes this thing, if you don't put in the exact spelling, here we go. It won't come up. Quiet in the streets, demon in the sheets. So sometimes you look at your life history and go, I would not have survived past age 15 if I had been born 100 years earlier. I don't know, because if you, looking at history, it depends on what occupation you had to, because there were definitely occupation and people who kept very much to themselves even back then. And honestly, like, because of like internet not existing or anything, that would have been more so the case. Like, unless you had friends to visit or anything like that, or you had some sort of like social connections, you probably would have been, there are a lot of people who would have been like quite lonely without any of that around. At last you saw the urn, just like in dreams of old you could. And well into the mist you've looked. And though the mountain you had to climb, you knew what you'd find at the end of the path. Oh, the giraffe. Seeing the giraffe reminds me of the first Last of Us, when they look over, like, they get to like a high point in the city where they look over a thing and then they see a giraffe. Kind of reminds me. Let's see. To see your life, no need to look back. And there's like a little urn out there. Oh god. Yeah, no need to look back. And I looked back and there was a fucking eyeball. Okay, next one is, Layer 00. Ah, okay. This one here. Scariest part is knowing you'd be in a completely different person due to different environment. Yeah. I actually wonder, maybe I haven't looked in science and maybe I'm wrong about this, but you know how like, and maybe it's because we just know about more people like with the internet and stuff that have it, but I gotta wonder if like, there would be more people with like, ADHD and stuff without, like back then, without the, because we get overstimulated. Like we're surrounded, in this day and age because of tech and stuff, we're surrounded by like so much, stimulating the brain, and I can't help but feel like some of that might contribute to people. I know like people can just be born being susceptible to having it, like, and it could be like, you know, dopamine. It's usually dopamine deficiency, I think. I mean, I have it, but it's a deficiency. But you know, actually, maybe the better thing to say is that maybe if you had it, things would be better for you versus you know how things are right now, where you're surrounded by overstimulation. So that's what I wanted to say. Not that, oh, you get it because this. I wanted to say that because of the way things are with tech and, you know, the way we socialize now, it's kind of like overwhelming if you have it, or if you're, you know. Let's see if I can get up here. Oh, it's the eye again. So it seems like somebody's personal hell. Locus Amonis, your mind is a sanctuary. Okay, I'm gonna switch to, let's see, next one is Rats by Mutant Rat. More rat maps. Mutant Rats likes to make maps with rats in it. Let's see, rats. Rat house. Yeah, a lot of people like to make rat maps on here. Here we go. See, having grown up in the city and the country, you felt the country was way better for my ADHD. Yeah, I actually, I was raised, a chunk of my life I was raised in the South. And so, and I didn't live like in the country, but I lived like in less populated urban areas. Like, actually one of the areas I lived in was more like the fucking Mayberry town. And, so very, very small towns that had like their own parades and had like parks with like little like bluegrass festivals and stuff. CS rats. Ah, don't mind us, we're just eating. Still having a problem with them fleas, huh? But yeah, I'm a southerner, actually. If you didn't pick that up, I don't know. But I was raised in like North Carolina, Kentucky, and all that stuff. And so in those areas, there's a lot more room to roam around. And I spent a lot of time just like walking all over the place because it was safe to do so. Walking all around town, things like that, in those areas when I was younger, before I got addicted to video games. Even with the computer, because I learned how to do computers and games and stuff like that really early. Like my dad taught me how. Is this a small app? It might be. Hey, this is my house. It's just like a small little map. Little rat hole. See, been following ADHD podcasts, and I've heard ADHD can actually be hard on rural folk due to lack of activity. Ah, yeah. I guess that could be a problem. If you don't have, like, maybe not enough hobbies, though. Like, you could probably remedy that by having enough hobbies, though, or keeping as busy as you possibly can. See, next one is called Halloween 2018 by Jonathan. Oh, okay, this is another Fever Dream Johnny map. Halloween 2018. That's why you're happy for the internet? Yeah, actually, well, I mean, I was born like, I was able to experience things before the internet was a thing. Although computers were around. But, what did I do? Actually, just, when I was a kid before the internet was a thing and I got into it, I think like, the last year or so in elementary school, anime magazine CDs, is that what you got into? Hello, this map is by JonothanBald. Fever Dream Johnny has like a good sense of humor. Jan Squidley, welcome to my world. Yeah, I would get into anime. Like, I would watch anime and like the 90s cartoons, and I would draw a lot and listen to music. And then, whatever games I can get a hold of, either on PC, because I had an NES for a while, so my parents didn't buy me video games. I had to use emulators and shit, but whatever I could get a hold of, or whenever I went over a friend's house, I would play their video games and stuff. So, I mean, I had shit to do. I always kept myself busy. I was never bored before the internet. It's just the internet gave me, like, more distraction. It just gave me more ways to be distracted. Sorry, we're stoned. The lonely stoner who seems to free his mind at night. Okay. Hid dog. What does this speak? There are no twists to this world. Okay. This reminds me of that candy corn game that I played, which I think was also made by him. It was a silly, haha, funny shoot candy cane, and it makes funny noises. American Candy, the real victim. Really? Come on, Johnny. I didn't expect it. It's fine. Okay. Politics in my Halloween map. His dog. Okay, yeah, this is all. Okay. It's all like voting stuff, which is fine. I get that. It feels a little surreal considering the season right now. Wow, what a time to actually like play this too. Okay. Fever Dream Johnny. Whatever you say. Wow. Okay then. Pagan ritual in progress. Tragedy skeleton. Stickman. Alrighty then. Okay, so next one is Mind is Numb by AquaTaco. That reminded me of a time that I do not want to remember. Whew. Let's see. I think this is the one. And I will say, just to be a fucking ass, about that period of time, it was more how people acted and less, like, you know, it was how people acted in general, just everyone during that time, you know? It was just everyone. It was humanity. As night feels off, the world is not the same. I can feel the darkness under my skin. Got more robot booba girls. Downloading future, please wait. I like the use of the, I wonder where they found this. This is like corrupted images. I wonder what you would have to put in the search in order to get these kind of images come up. Like glitch, maybe? Is this like a reference to a glitch in the Matrix? Got a little grave right here. This reminds me of the Animal Crossing graves. In a way. Where people, I would bury, yeah, where people would like bury their turnips. Actually, no, not Animal Crossing graves. People would just bury their turnips. I was the weirdo who fucking created a cemetery for my turnips. Yeah, because I made a cemetery with gravestones and shit, and I buried my turnips in them. I would also bury my eggs, the Easter eggs, in them as well, and then like dig them up and they would be rotten. Or leave them for other people to dig up when they visited my island. Not worth it. This won't bring him back either. Oh man. Did someone lose someone to a death, maybe, that made this map? Oh, jeez. Well, that's sad. Oh, is there another path here? I thought there was. I guess, you know, someone being taken from you would feel like, you know, a glitch in the Matrix. Because you would kind of expect or maybe think about, like, their future and plan things ahead, and all of a sudden, you know, oh, they're gone. And then the timeline that would have existed has been disrupted, so... Okay, I'm gonna switch to, let's see, next one is Where You Are by Othernaut. Let's see. I used to do a lot of weird shit with my Animal Crossing Island. I haven't touched it since, like, the first year that I played it, though. I don't know. That's the thing. Those games are fun after a while, but they don't really hold my interest. Like, I thought it was fun to kind of, like, build stuff on the island and make friendships with the animals and stuff, but it's not something that sticks with me. Games like that also kind of appeal to a very general audience. Like, I feel like 2020 was like a great time for it, and it did really well because everyone was like stuck indoors. Ooh, wow, very lush environment. Very colorful too. But yeah, it was a good time to like play something like that, but you know, it takes up way too much time. Those kind of games, they suck away time, so I don't know if I would play something like that again. It was fun while it lasted, though. Like, I made a satanic, like, dungeon in mine. I have some pictures of it. But I liked taking, you know, cute, innocent animal game and doing really fucked up things with it. Most people did, though. Most people made, like, horror islands. Because it was just fun to do, where they, like, pretended to torture or enslave their animals. It's supposed to be a manuscript of some sort? Oh, this is interesting. It's kind of like flying off the cliff. Huh. Interesting. Oh, it says jump. Okay, yeah. I have the notes here. Let me jump. I'm going to... Mine was a people's paradise. Oh, there is something down there. Good thing I... Oh, God. Well, that ain't good. I want to be where you are. Huh. Wow. Is that Would it be the author? I wonder. Is this the person that wrote the book that we saw? Thanks to our great later Tom Nook. Yeah, I remember your island, Johnny. Jeez. Animals Republic. Let's see. Dinosaur Beach is the next one by Sugriva. I might start the music again if some of these are silent. Dinosaur Beach. Go ahead and do that. Oh, and of course this has music. Alright, let me... Hold on for a second. What is a mobile phone? Oh, this is cute. Oh god, is it? Why is it no? That's a little cursed. Is this Spinosaurus? I like these things. They're kind of like one of my favorite type of dinosaurs. Egg. I like how they did the... That's really cool. I like how they did the water. Like the dinosaurs in it. Huh. Okay, so next one is Dream Hall 9000 by Riley. Oh, there it is. Let's see. Talk about small towns and whatnot. Slap me with some nostalgia. Zoned out for a bit, reminiscing like an old man. Your island is just decently decorated. That's all. Well, at least you're normal because everyone else is trying to create like fucking just very terrible things on their islands. Like, I remember when people were, like, crafting blood spots and things like that. You think there's more to that one? The dinosaur one? I can check it again. I can go back to it. So this one's Dream Hall? Interesting that there is trash there. Kind of conflicts with the rest of the scenery, but if this is dream related, then dreams don't really make sense sometimes. Because dreams like to combine elements that normally wouldn't be together. Huh. Like the xenomorphs in here. That looks like a shitpost room in VR chat. Just like random images. Let's see, what is this thing here? I like how these little rooms in here are like glimpsing into like different dreams, I guess. This one's like an aquatic one. Let's see, warning. Guardian Chimpus? What? Chimpus? Oh, there he is. Well, that... Is that a monkey under him? Under this ghostly figure? Let's see. Used to visit a small village in the mountain once when I was younger. It was really nice to meet a lot of the doggos, and people there were nice too. Where's the monkey? I was promised Chimpus. I see no Chimpus here. There was like a gorilla back there. And there's a smaller ghost behind it? What? Get a flaming earth instead with emojis. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the dinosaur beach. If there's something I missed. There's still a lot to this. I'm wondering if I'm gonna have to do a second part. I kind of thought I might be able to squeeze this into 2 hours, but there's actually, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's like 16 more worlds left. And I've only gotten through 20. Okay, so like almost 22. But I was only gonna go for 3 hours today because I want to do more of the Smasher Pass. So I think after I look at this one, I may have to do a third part. But how about this? Just to have also more to add on to it. Oh, I see what I missed here. If you are interested in this game, it's only like $3 on the Steam store, and you want to make a world, I would encourage you to do so if you're interested. And then maybe by the time I actually get around to streaming the rest of this, if you would like to, and you have a world ready for me to check out, then go ahead and make one. And then maybe next week or so, I could do the rest of this list, and then, you know, if anyone has a world that they want to make by that time, go ahead, and I'll check it out. I'm all the mother. They will. Is the Sasquatch taking care of the baby T-Rex? Yeah, it's on Steam. I think it used to be on itch.io too, because I remember it not being on Steam way back, because I created a thing, or was working on a thing for a different version of it. I'm gonna end here, but like I said, if you're interested and want to make a world or try and make a world, doesn't matter how, like, it doesn't have to be super elaborate. If you just want to like try it out and make something, maybe by next week or so, I'll actually check it out with the rest of the stuff on the list there, because I still got quite a bit of stuff on the list for another Sok-worlds stream, so I think I'll do that. Thank you again, Kite Line. I really appreciate you putting this list together. It really helps me out to just kind of discover what cool worlds exist in this game. I'm always impressed what people are capable of doing with just 2D images, and especially the limitations of only being able to use images that you can search up. So it's really cool to look at these. A lot of good discussions too, based on the worlds as well. So I am going to BRB for a little bit, and then we're gonna try and do the rest of, if I can manage it, the rest of Smash and Pass for Shin Megami Tensei 5's Demons. I still have the wheel for it, and I cleared some stuff off, so hopefully I can get like through the rest of the list if I can in an hour, because I only plan to do 3 hours today. So I'm gonna BRB, and I will be back with that. So stay tuned if you want to stay for that, because it could be funny. It could be funny.